What's going on, YouTube? Heavy Metal Hotel back with another video. And we are just going to... Interesting. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let Facebook know that we are live and we can get started. Alright? Especially since tonight we're announcing the first winner of the Food and Knowledge giveaway. So just bear with me for 1 second and we're going to get started really soon. How y'all feeling out there? Everybody good? Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. And things are going well. If not, let's hope they get better, right? Hope the camera quality should be better today. Finally got some of the equipment I needed. I already had the camera and everything, but I got the stuff I needed to make it into a webcam. Certainly better than the other camera I was using. Does full HD, 1080p, all that. Interesting. Wiki engine. That was good. Let me post this. That. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Right. Oops. Normally I'd wait for, some people to come in. Let's see what they need to say. Yeah, normally wait for people to come in and just, oh, that's looking great. So I normally wait for more people to come in here, but, I think we should be good. People start coming in. Everybody come on into the room. So tonight, right? We're going to be announcing the first winner of the Food and Knowledge giveaway. So let's go ahead and get into that really quick, and then we will officially start the show. Ooh, man. Well, I'm looking at this camera quality on a little playback thing, and it's looking good. I mean, it's looking good compared to what we were using. So I hope, it's looking good. Quality's looking good, and I hope that y'all are liking the new quality. So for the 23-pound turkey. And thank everybody. Listen, I appreciate everybody for entering, everybody for participating. It's really cool that y'all are sharing the video, helping me out, liking the video. And speaking of liking the video, make sure that you like that video. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. That way you guys don't miss, and click the bell. That way you don't miss any anything, any notifications about me going live, posting videos, all of that stuff. Yeah, and if you like, feel free to share the video. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so we got 2 concurrent. Cool. All right, so the winner of the free 23-pound turkey is... Congratulations to Veronica Valentine. You are the winner of the 23-pound turkey. Make sure to DM me about how we're going to, either if you're going to be picking it up or if we're going to meet somewhere mutual, and then I can give you the turkey from there. But yeah, congratulations. Um, Good luck with that. Cooking the turkey. I'm personally not someone that is well versed in cooking a huge bird like that, but yeah, it's a no pun intended, but it is a big bird. Like, it's a huge turkey, right? Matter of fact, I might post a picture of it on Instagram. You know what? I am gonna do that. Let everybody know, like, yo, this is what the turkey looked like that you won, or that you could have won, right? So we can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do that probably either later tonight or tomorrow. All right. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember, hit that like button, hit that share, subscribe, turn all the notifications on, right? Click that bell. So, I'm the Heavy Metal Hotep. Today is Motive Mondays. This is episode 5. And we're talking about procrastination, right? So, from yesterday's, or not yesterday's episode, last week's episode, last Monday's episode, one of the last points I was making was that basically laziness is the enemy, right? So it can ruin a lot for you, essentially. If you're not, especially if you're not careful, right? You know, you keep putting some off, putting some off, putting some off, you know, builds up, depending on what it is, whether it be studying for a test or whatever, you know, now you don't have time to do any of that stuff, and it's crunch time, and you're like, oh, what do I do? You know? Now, obviously, we're not talking about stuff that can wait, right? We're talking about, you know, like, stuff that has to happen, you know, it's urgent, right? Or even, we are gonna talk about stuff that you don't have to do right away, but urgent stuff is kind of obvious, you know what I'm saying? But there's other things like, maybe you have a project coming up, right? You wait till like maybe the day before, you know, day of, to get it done. Also, real quick, if you guys are like, for those that are viewing this, right? Say something in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to say, you know, what's up, yo, hey, whatever. Definitely get in that chat, so I know, like, I can, you know, interact with y'all too. Because this isn't just a show of me talking at y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking with y'all, you feel me? So I want y'all to, you know, write something, I'll respond to it. We can have a conversation instead of me just, like, talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, this is a show I'm doing, but at the end of the day, you know, if y'all are watching this, you know, comment. And if you're watching this right now, you know what I'm saying? Say what's up in the live chat. So, when it comes to procrastination, right, and why this is important to understand when it comes to doing things that you want to do, either motivating yourself or being motivated by something, even if it is the very thing that you want to do that you're being motivated by, right? With that being said, as far as procrastination goes, you know, it's important to get right to it, right? And you may not feel like it. You know, you may not want to. But why it's important to get it done is because, for one, your future self will definitely thank you later, right? Like, it'll feel good, right? Something that you might have to do later on, right? And you've got that, you're looking ahead in your day, and you got something that you got to take care of. Or maybe, like, you got something, you know, that's in the future of your day, right? It's further out later on in the day that you got to take care of, but you could take care of it now, right? And then you got some plans for that too, right? Let's say you're going to the beach, right? Or you're going to, an arcade like Dave and Buster's with your friends or Round One or wherever, right? Or you just going to the mall or some shit. Um, let's say this task take you about a half hour, right? But you're not gonna be hanging out. You wake up at like say 9:30, 10 or whatever, and you're gonna be hanging out with your friends till 3, right? But there's something that's gonna take you about an hour or two, right? Hour or two tops, we'll say. Hey, what's up, Brad? And so, essentially, what you could be doing, right? You could, wake up, get yourself some breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower, brush your teeth. And now you've got a gap, you got a space in between right now and when you're going to be meeting up and linking up with everybody, right? What would you choose to do? You could chill, play a video game. Oh, you could even read a book, right? For leisure, right? We're talking about like, this is essentially like downtime, you could say, right? Or that thing that you're doing, right? Or that thing that you have ahead of time, right? That you're thinking like, okay, I could probably just take care of that thing that's going to take me about an hour or two after I hang out with my friends. And if you want to do that, that's fine and everything. I mean, everybody has their own preferences on when they want to do stuff. But at the end of the day, when it comes to, is it? 1 second, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Is that? I don't recommend it. Well, all right, we could try that. Let's see real quick. 1 second, y'all. See if we can. I'm not sure if we really can right now. We can. Oh, we can. All right. Hold on. Let's see if that. And also, put. I think everything we can do in 1%. Not that. All right. So hopefully the bit rate help. All right, let's see here. All right. So we should be better. No, all right, so I can clear that. All right. All right. So let's see where we at. We were at. Check my notes real quick. All right. So you can either choose to do that after you're done hanging out with those, your friends, or you could get out of the way. You feel me? You could choose to do it now and essentially have the rest of the day to look forward to hanging out with people, or you could get it done, hang out with friends, and then you got the rest of the day or night or whatever to essentially to yourself, whatever it is that you wanted, right? So, and of course, your future self will definitely thank you later, Reason being is because you're thinking of your future self. So when you're actually, time passes and you've taken care of something that you could have procrastinated on, you could have waited on. Well, now you're here now and you're like, dang, I still got to get to that thing. I still got to do that. So if you get it, whereas if you get it done, you can, your future self will definitely thank you for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be like, oh, I guess I can go do this now, or I can just sit and chill, or I can actually, watch that episode, that episode I've been trying to get to for whatever show it is that you watch. It could be anything, really. So, and I can say that from personal experience, right? Like, I can honestly say that I personally try to get anything I possibly can done. Just get it over with, get it out of the way, so that way, when I actually want to sit, chill, and do my thing, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to look towards that thing that's in the future saying, I'm chilling now, but I to that, and I'm going to do it at this certain time or whatever. So, like, there's nothing wrong with just getting it done and getting it over with, so that way you can, oh, wow. Oh, better connection. All right, well, that's good. There's nothing wrong with getting it out of the way and getting it over with, so that way, at the end of the day, you can essentially enjoy, like, spend your time enjoying or working on something else. What, if you've got another project that you're working on or something else that, let's say you actually enjoy working on, you can get to that. There's nothing wrong with delayed gratification. You feel me? And a lot of people talk about that, and there's like different things you can find on that. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with, working towards something and thinking of the future, having a future type of mindset. So, my next point would be, and I kind of already touched on this a little bit already, got a little bit ahead of myself. You can get to the things that you really want to do, right? You can, if you get things out of the way and you don't procrastinate, you can get to the things that you really want to do. Spend the rest of your time basically doing things that you actually enjoy, whether, like I said before, whether it be another project or, finishing the last half of that, of a season of a show that you like, right? Or getting to that movie that everybody's been talking about and you've been trying to, get to. Or, who knows, beating a level, right? Beating a boss that you've been trying for a while, but you've been picking and choosing when you are going to play here, play there, because your schedule's so tight. A lot of us don't have time to really just sit down and just play video games all the time. It's like an event almost now. Busy that we have to pick and choose when and if we're gonna do that in the first place. You feel me? So, that's interesting. So essentially, right? Dang, 20 minutes in already. Man. Please hit that share button. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Right? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and every subscription counts. I really need those subscriptions. So please subscribe if you're not already. Share the video if you're digging what we're doing over here. So you can get all this stuff out of the way that, I mean, there's a reason why you're procrastinating, right? You're really crazy about doing it, more than likely. So there's no reason to not just get it through and done with, and that way you can get to what you really want to do that you wouldn't otherwise procrastinate with. You, if it was up to you, you'd be doing that right now, especially if you didn't have anything to do. Well, you can have it that way, right? You can make it that way, especially if you get all the BS out of the way and things that you ain't really crazy about that but still needs to get done, right? You can get right to it. And have the rest of your time doing what you enjoy doing, you know? So, another cool thing about, or a good thing I would say about procrastination or not procrastinating is you don't have to look ahead to the things that you're not crazy about doing, right? You don't have to look ahead and you don't, like, you're sitting there doing things that you enjoy, right? Next thing you know, you're sitting there like, dang, I still gotta take care of this. Dang, I still gotta take care of that, right? And your future self is now, in a sense, give or take, dreading doing this thing, doing that thing, right? On a side note, right? That's why I prefer. That's why I prefer to work in the morning. Now, granted, I'm not really a morning person per se, but I prefer, right? I prefer to work in the mornings just to get it done and out of the way. If any of my coworkers are watching, they tell you, they only see me in the morning because I'm usually not available at nights, right? Like, I'm not. That's really good. I'm not. There's different things that I do have to tend to in the afternoon and at night. You know what I'm saying? Work isn't like typical 9 to 5 isn't just the only thing that I do. I do other stuff too. And that's why I kept that in mind, trying to work out the best possible way for me to do all of this, right? And yeah, cool. We're back up to excellent connection. So I prefer get work out of the way, get it done. Now I'm out of work. I can tend to other things that I need to tend to, whatever I'm building towards, whatever I'm working towards. Other work too. It's not always just things that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you know, a lot of you may know, and I do play guitar. And so it's not always just, okay, well, I'm gonna sit and play video game for hours, or I'm gonna sit and watch YouTube video for hours. It's not always like that, and even then, it's not like. Typically, it's something either I tend to spend my time learning something, or practicing something that I've already enjoyed doing, but it's also something that I use as a tool to help me accomplish different things. It takes something that I have a passion for, and there's a field and market for it. So, what do we do? That's gonna go. What do we do? What any of us would do. Well, all right. I'm not gonna say any of us, because not everybody's just gonna be like, well, I like doing this, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find a way to try and make it a career. Not everybody does that, but at the end of the day, some people do. I'm one of those people. That's my main point, right? So, and even with what I'm doing now, right? I'll be done work, but then there's still things I gotta work on with this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be for the giveaway, making sure that I order that, get that stuff on its way, or whatever, or checking, pricing that, so on and so forth. So, real after the work I do after work. If that makes any sense. You follow me? So, essentially, I'm the type of person that likes to get things out of the way ASAP because I like, who doesn't like to enjoy themselves? Who doesn't like to spend life hours, if you really think about it, doing things that not only they enjoy but is fulfilling in different ways, right? It doesn't have to be necessary. It makes me feel good, self-fulfilling, but it could also be financially fulfilling. Fulfilling your family. Who doesn't like to spend time building that and working on that and being in that? You know what I'm saying? So realistically getting things out of the way, to be honest, I think is a good thing because, again, you don't have to look ahead to that said thing that you've been dreading all day. Just do it, bruh. Like, even if it's something that you're not crazy about, well, the longer that you spend not doing it, especially if it's something that you need to get done, the longer that you spend not doing it, of that time ahead of you to where you still have to do. Actually, no, sorry. The shorter amount of time you have to where it comes down to the point where it's like you got to do it now. And well, if you make a mistake or you mess up or something happens, there's where you don't account for an issue. Well, at the end of the day, what if you don't have that time to do it, right? So the next point would be giving yourself your time to redo said thing or fix it. Like, basically giving yourself time to redo something or fix it. I mean, like, say, like, you procrastinate to, like, the last second, and then when you finally get to it, you might have an issue come up that might not be a quick fix, right? You might have to go get this, go look for this, make sure this place has this, purchase this. It might be a multi-step for a fix that you don't have the time for those steps, right? And it's got to be done now, right? You don't have time to go through these different steps to fix that problem. So now what are you gonna do? Now you're freaking panicking, you're racking your brain trying to figure out how you can get around it, how you can probably half-ass it because you didn't give yourself enough time to account for issues and problems that, let's be honest, it's life. Those things are gonna happen. So it's very important to account for that. But because you waited so long, now those issues are even bigger issues just based off of time alone. Like, it could, not giving yourself time to fix or redo said things, hell, even scrap the whole idea and start from scratch because maybe you found something better or you found out that that idea is probably not a good idea that's going to get you to what you want to do or accomplish, whether it be, a grade that you're trying to get or anything, really. You might figure, okay, well, this is when I need to be doing this, right? And I have enough time in the day, or if I do it now, or if I'm late, still be on time for work, I could factor that, still have said project done or said out, and do this before I go out to work, etc., etc. If you do it ahead of time, you'll basically give yourself enough time to be able to. One second, y'all. Which 2,100. Well, you know what? If I'm already at 2,100. 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna up the bit rate again, see if we can fix this lag problem. Because apparently, from what I can tell and from what I was told in the chat, there is a lag. Well, at first it was lagging like crazy. So now we're gonna see. And shout out to Brad for giving me the heads up on that. I mean, I really like this is why I like you guys in the chat. So like you can tell me if the audio is a little meh, or if the video there's something up with that, or even if y'all can't hear me, right? So again, shout out to the homie Brad for looking out in the chat. You know, as we go on, you know, if he wants to, I might make him a mod. We'll see how that goes. But let me I'm gonna mess with the bit rate real quick. Y'all hold on for 1 second. Let's just do another. All right. So hopefully it's a little bit better now. All I can honestly say. Okay, oh, ooh, that was quick. Excellent connection. All right, let's see how that goes. Cause I mean, alright, so um, if the quality and the lag is a little bit better, if it's the same, press two. If it's better, press one. If it's worse, press three. Again, if it's good, press one. If it's the same, press two. And if it's worse, press three. Let me find out in the playback that I actually said that. Not the same way I just said it before. Pretty sure I did, but, you know. Let's see. Ah. Anyway, so 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right. So anyway, right? I hope Brad Marcus said still lagging, but I think I noticed a difference. I hope so, man. I hope so. I mean, if not, then I'll just, I'll up the bitrate a little bit more, or um, turn the resolution down. 'Cause that could also be, that's definitely a factor too. I can't change the resolution right now, while I'm live, but I'll have to, I might turn it down to 480. Right now we're in 720p. I might turn it down to 480p. We'll see how good that is. But I'll tell you one thing. I know for a fact the camera quality itself, I know that is good. That is good, specifically just because of the camera that I'm using right now. Now, I've had this camera for years. It's nothing new. However, I didn't have the proper equipment to turn it into a webcam and actually use, as a good camera. Didn't start that. All right, cool. So I didn't start right there. Anyway. That could also be because of the bit rate. Probably turned it up too high. Anyway. So, back to giving yourself time, right? Giving yourself time to get things that you need to get done. When you don't procrastinate, and you do things ahead of time, obviously you give yourself time to be able to, um, like you basically account for mistakes that might quite possibly will happen, or things you want to redo or you want to fix. I mean, at the end of the day, if you start something, even if you just start on time, this thing has ample amount of time to be done, right? As long as you're working on it and you're not procrastinating, you might even set a schedule for yourself. But either way, at the end of the day, if you're working on it and you're not procrastinating, now, dang, something went wrong, or you couldn't get a said part for said project, right? Well, now still got time to go and order that part, and hell, look at that, I even got time for it to come in, or I got time to go pick it up tomorrow, right? Because they're getting it in tomorrow. Little things like that. I know what is? No, we're turning down that bit rate. Yeah, if this continues, we're definitely turning down that bit rate. Good. Okay. What the fuck are you talking about? I still. It should be. That's weird. Well, I don't know what kind of bit rate you're getting, but that's kind of weird. Either way. Anyway, so once you giving yourself enough time to um, fixing, it's almost like a fail-safe plan, right? Like it's almost like you're able to account for mistakes, so that way, if or when they do happen, you can fix it up and keep on trucking. You don't have to worry about rushing to get it fixed because you have enough time to get it fixed. Not only do you have enough time to get it fixed, but it doesn't throw you off schedule as much, if at all, for say a deadline that either you set for yourself or a deadline that you have, right? I don't know why. I know exactly what's going on. And that's why it's important to give yourself enough time, right? That's why it's important to give yourself enough time to account for mistakes and account for redos or things you need to fix or work on or refine. We've talked about that in previous episodes, about refining your ideas. We've touched on it briefly, and essentially, you can't do that if you don't have the time to do it per se, right? You can't do it if this refinement, we're in the brainstorming stage, right? Of refining an idea, and let's see, you've got 5 hours till something needs to be completed. Obviously it depends on the situation, but essentially what I'm saying is, how bad is it? Essentially what I'm saying is, if the brainstorming process is going to take a while, and then actually getting into it and doing it, and then might not even be at the end of what you're doing, so then you still got to continue with other stuff. You only have a certain amount of time to do it. You might not meet that requirement. You feel me? So that's why it's important to make sure that you don't procrastinate. Give yourself enough time to account for if things go wrong, because none of us are really perfect. So there's a chance that it will, right? If we're being honest, there's a chance that it will. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. That has been another episode of Motive Mondays. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe if you're not already. But hit that thumbs up button. Make sure YouTube sees, might be doing a little something, might recommend it to other people. And share the video, right? If you enjoy the messages and things I'm talking about, please share it with your friends, family. Share it to anyone that you think that this would help. Make sure that it gets out to them, right? have them subscribe, like the video, whatever. Make sure that we reach people with this, right? Because I want to. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that this gets out to people. I'm not just doing this just because I want to take up time, more time in my night. I'm doing this because I want to help people, and I want to make sure that people understand just being motivated is super, super, super important in life, and not everyone necessarily is great with motivation, right? Or is great with figuring out what it is they enjoy and then being motivated to make it happen rather than waiting for it to happen. You feel me? So, yeah, that's going to do it for another episode. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget to donate to my Cash App. If you are so inclined, you can donate to my Cash App. You can see it right up, I think it's right here. Nope. Yeah, no, that's Instagram. Right up here. Right here. Donate to the Cash App, as you can see. $Onemetal1. That is $ONEMETAL and the number 1. All right. I will see you guys next week on another episode of Motive Mondays. Everybody be blessed, be safe. Peace.